I was going to rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Links to the car.
How you doing, everyone? My name is Ryan and this is Ade, and welcome back to another edition of Box Talk. The holiday's over, but the sun's still shining. Let's start, Ade, with this weekend's fights.
Yep.
Last night in the UK we had Josh Warrington versus the guy from the Philippines.
Is it Philippines or Thailand?
So it's Philippines.
It's Philippines, yeah.
It's Philippines.
Okay.
It was supposed to be a blowout, or not a blowout. It was supposed to be a comfortable win.
Yeah.
It actually went to points.
Yeah.
Good performance though, but was it the performance they were expecting?
No. Look, he's been built up tremendously because of yes, he's a good boxer, but more importantly because of his fan base.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy can fill a stadium. Yeah. His crowd's ridiculous. He had Vinnie Jones walking him out. I know you're not a football man, but you're a film man. You know who Vinnie Jones is.
Yeah.
And for him to get that kind of look, I think he put too much pressure on himself in the first maybe 3 or 4 rounds to try and blow this guy out. Yeah. Sometimes, if you know you're not going to blow a guy out, don't kill yourself. Don't put your, don't always put it 100%. Just box, get the win. And I think he's putting almost too much pressure on himself to get the knockout.
You're right. I think there's a lot of pressure put in by everyone else. Yeah. They had a big segment on ringside for him. Everyone saying, hey, such a big draw, is the next Ricky Hatton. These things are nice accolades, but when you're a fighter coming up and trying to do something, and you're getting into the top 10 of the division, you need to still do what you got to do.
Yeah.
All that hype, all that pressure from everyone else could be holding him back overall. Because now, when you have a good performance, but it's not devastating, it's seen as a letdown.
Yeah, I mean, from the outside looking in, Lee Selby must be thinking, what's going on? Yeah. I mean, look, fair enough, Lee Selby doesn't help in terms of his self-promotion. Yeah. You know, you interview him, you get 2 minutes of him at most, but Lee Selby's one that's fighting for the IBF title against Gradovic, and you haven't heard much about it. Yeah, Josh Warrington's fighting for an eliminator, and it's ringside 20-minute segments, it's this, it's that, and I don't know what Matchroom are doing now. I think Lee Selby needs more promotion. Lee Selby is the Welsh Mayweather, they say.
Yeah, Lucy was there ringside and he said like he's way behind me, you know what I mean? And he kind of laughed at like, yeah, he's not in my league as of yet. Then let's go with the US card. With let's start with Andy Lee Peter Quillen, your best friend.
Yeah, Kid Chocolate. First of all, let's fuck up with the weight. Yeah. He fucked up with the weight, so he was never going to win the belt. And that pissed me off already. Yeah. Then our mate Walshy showed us how much he's getting. Yeah. And that just blew everything apart. That blew everything. What was he getting? 375,000.
He was getting 500,000 for the fight, but he has to pay a fine for not making weight. It's 125,000. He gets 375. They were saying that Quillen's not going to pay. It might be Al Heyman. Hell no. Why would Al Heyman, why would anyone pay a fine for someone else for their own doing? That's just a way of Quillen trying to cover himself to say that I'm still a draw. No, you're not.
I still think Quillen gets almost like his promotional money, like if you like show money from the, he signed a contract. I think he gets that money. But in terms of the fight money, 375,000. Kobrov clearly 1.something million. 1.4 million. Quillen, sorry, I know me and you've gone back and forth a couple of times on Twitter, but you're wrong.
I had to call him Little Kid Chocolate last night.
Don't get us in trouble.
I ain't scared of Quillen. Alright then. Potentially though, looking down the line though, the fight went to a draw. It was a good fight. It was a little boring at times because they both respected each other's power. But the draw is the best decision you could have got out of the fight.
Yes and no. Yes, because obviously it doesn't. It's not. It makes it like not a Lamont Peterson IBF belt, and we'll talk about that in a minute. No, because I still feel like there's gonna be a rematch. I mean, Lee was asking for it. Lee was asking for the rematch. Lee was saying, I wouldn't mind doing it if he can come over to Ireland. His surname's Quillen, which is an Irish name, blah, blah, blah. And I feel like Billy Joe Saunders, Lee should look at that and say, look, I've got out there alive with my belt. Billy Joe Saunders is waiting for me. Martin Murray, whose name's appeared on it, is waiting for me. But I think Lee likes this American thing. He's fought in America so many times. He doesn't mind fighting in America, and I think he wants the Quillen fight again.
No, good point. Here's why I think it's the best decision out of the fight. First of all, Quillen didn't deserve the belt. He threw the belt in the bin. He turned that 1.4 million. He didn't want it. So get out the picture, full stop. You should have got the shot in the first place.
Yes.
Yeah? Lee, if he lost, he would have had the belt was worthless.
Agreed.
He would have fought Billy Joe Saunders and the belt would have been worth poo-poo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So the draw ultimately gives the best things for everyone. When no one's hurt, no one's lost, Quillen don't get the title, Lee doesn't lose, and you can move forward and keep the belt intact.
In saying all that, I think Quillen won that.
Nah.
I knew he was going to say that. I think Quillen won that fight by 2 rounds. I honestly, I think Quillen won that by 2 rounds. I think Lee started so slow. Yeah. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened with Lee in the first 4 or 5 rounds.
It's funny. Both fights we're going to talk about on the PBS card fought exactly the same way.
Yes.
The first half was Quillen, the second half was Lee.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, as I said in the preview videos, that Lee doesn't box and punch well. He done much better as the boxer than the puncher in this fight. And when Quillen slowed down and was not as aggressive, Lee outboxed him.
Yeah, he did.
And that's where Lee won. That's why I think the draw. I think Lee could have started, but that's why I think the draw is the best decision, because take out the 2 knockdowns.
Can't take him out.
No, not take out. Take out the 2 knockdowns. Lee won more rounds.
Yeah, he did, but 2 knockdowns are 10-8 rounds.
Yeah, he won more rounds.
Even though one of the knockdowns I think was a foot tangle.
Yeah, it was a foot tangle.
We'll see.
Okay, let's go with Danny Garcia and Lamont Peterson.
Danny Garcia, unless they matchmake him right, he will not have this O record for a long time.
Yeah.
I've seen it now in 2 fights against 2 boxers in Herrera and Peterson.
Yeah.
Exposure. Yeah. Beyond the norm. And I feel like, did he win that fight?
No.
Probably not.
No.
And I don't like saying this, because every boxer says it, well, I'm the champion, you've got to rip the belt from me. No, when you go into the ring, that belt is up for grabs.
Exactly.
And I feel like he might have lost a bit, like I thought he lost against Herrera.
Peterson won the fight technically. He outsmarted him, he drew him out, got him tired, and won the fight by 1 point.
By 1 point.
It was close, but you have to score it round for round.
The problem we have here with Danny Garcia is that, yes, he's talked about going up to 147.
Yeah.
I know he struggles at the weight, but look at those guys at 147. Unless he's fighting a Devin Alexander, which could be his first fight, then he's okay. Even though I think Devin Alexander's a good boxer and could cause him problems. Anyone else at 147, I think could, I'm not going to say murder him, but he's got problems.
But even Peterson looked bigger than Danny Garcia in there.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Adrian Broner's come out and said he wants
to fight.
He wants it, doesn't he?
He wants to fight. Because Danny looks vulnerable.
Yeah.
He looks vulnerable. Yes, Danny's got great timing. Yes, he's a good boxer. But if you're slick enough to make him miss and make him tired, because he can't handle the weight well no more, it makes him vulnerable.
Yeah. Let's be honest, since the Matisse fight, he's fought Herrera, he's fought Rod Salka, and he's fought Peterson. Yeah. And like I said about his stock a couple of weeks ago, his stock is going down.
Okay, let's start with the news and let's stick with Peterson Garcia.
Yes.
The IBF says that if Peterson lost, they were going to strip him. Yeah?
This is fucking great.
Obviously, regardless of the good performance, regardless how close it was, you're right, it's the right decision. He lost the belt when he lost the belt when he fought Matisse. Yeah. And he kept the belt. And then they said that he's supposed to have, they'll give him a mandatory or his or unification. Thanks to Al Heyman and PBS, it wasn't a unification because the belt was over 143. Yeah. Good decision. It's about time someone stands up and do something right for boxing.
So there's a vacant belt now.
Vacant belt, and the number one and number two guys that I can't take off the top of my head are going to fight for the title.
Nice, good. No, that's good. Sorry for Peterson, because he doesn't get much money anyway. But talking about money, just before you get into it, did you hear about the purse bids for Hassan and David Lemieux?
I was reading about it, but as you know, guys, I've been on holiday, so I'm a little behind on all the stuff. What's happened with this?
Purse bids for that, when you know, we got boxers right now. We're going to talk to a lot of boxers. We're going to talk about Carl Frampton. We're going to talk about Amir Khan, millions. $55,000.
Oh, you're joking. You're joking.
No, that's the purse bids.
Who bid that?
I don't know. I think Golden Boy won it. Oscar De La Hoya.
55,000.
55,000 was the top bid. Hassan and Dan's people came in low, and it went 55,000 was the purse bid. Was the winning purse bid.
Okay. Honestly, it's really.
The fight is off.
No, yeah.
The fight could be off.
I heard Golden Boy said the fight. Someone said the IBF said Golden Boy got to have to fight by the 7th for the 7th.
Yeah.
Okay. I will never shit on anyone's pay packet. Yeah?
But you're going to right now.
No, people got to work, and I'm trying to say, nobody has good jobs, you've got to be honest, yeah? You've got to pay your bills, yeah? But if you split that 55,000 between 2 fighters, management, camps, nutrition, everything, you have nothing, you are fighting for free.
Sparring partners.
Exactly. You are literally fighting for free. Yeah? Oh, that is disgusting. Seriously. That is disgusting.
Not just that. Remember, that's for a vacant. Yeah. A vacant. What was the belt? What belt was it? IBF middleweight title. Yeah. My God. That is. So when you hear fighters nowadays turning down 1.5 and 1.6 guys, fighters, look at that.
Look at that. That you're fighting for free.
Yeah.
You're fighting for free. Okay, Andre Ward is coming back, and the rumored opponent is Marco Antonio Periban, who James DeGale just knocked out in 3 rounds. Yeah. They're saying that his arm, it's not decided, it's not announced yet, but it's going to be a warm-up fight for the bigger picture.
Oh, really? And the bigger picture is what, Andre Ward?
Seriously.
What is it, Andre Ward? Because I mean,
you don't even get a fight on a winning record, and you're pound for pound number 2 in the world.
Yes.
You get guys knocked out in 2 rounds by a guy you said was not in your league. You said James DeGale is not in your league, he's not world class, he's going backward steps. So what is Periban?
You know, Andre Ward is almost
his ego is pissing me off, bro.
It's not even his ego. I genuinely believe that Andre Ward has forgot what he's in boxing for, which is basically to get paid.
Yeah.
Like, forget all the crap about it, and I understand all this. You want to be your promotional company and set this up, set that up. The aim of the game is to have money in the bank. When you get to 30, 37, you can't fight them. I think he's forgot that. Yeah. I would fight anyone if I was Andre Ward right now, because I've been out of the ring. I haven't had a real fight, money fight, since Carl Froch. I don't think the thingy fight bringing much. Chad Dawson, like him bringing that much. Andre Ward doesn't know what he's doing, and if this is the big thing with Rock Promotions or whatever, then boy.
Another thing with this fight as well, they're gonna show it on BET, which is the Black Entertainment Channel in America. Yeah.
What the fuck? That's like us showing on Channel U. What is going on?
What I will say is though, which I think is a good thing, it shows that boxing is getting more channels in America overall. So now instead of being stuck between HBO and Showtime, there's more people interested in boxing, which helps.
Yeah, but come on.
No, I'm not saying it's the best channel. I'm not saying it's the best channel.
We're talking about a channel that's dedicated to black people.
Yeah.
I mean, we're black.
Then you put a black fighter on it.
You put a black fighter on it.
Yeah.
It's just, is that your scope? Is that your market? Is that it?
Yeah.
I mean, we as blacks, we don't even go watch fights anyway. We don't watch boxing. And then you spin it into a black channel. Get the fuck out of here.
Let's go with this Khan Kell Brook beef. Algeria.
Is something going on with Khan and Brook?
Okay. There's so much side subjects. Let's just call it Khan, Brook, Algeria, Gavin. Who's got the better opponent? Yes. And who is ducking who?
Let's just call it out. Let's just call a spade, because we do not sit on fences right now. Khan is ducking Brook.
I agree.
Not having it anymore. We're gonna get sick for it. Khan is ducking Brook.
I tell you what, yeah.
Oh shit.
Okay, I've defended. I've defended Amir Khan for so long.
Oh, ridiculous! Oh, ridiculous amounts.
Yeah. And even behind closed doors, me and he's arguing, saying, "Ryan, you got to say that's wrong." I've defended him so strong. But Amir Khan did an interview with Fight Hype a few weeks ago, and he said Kell Brook ain't all that good.
Yeah.
He'll fight Thurman or Port, and he'll most probably lose. Yeah. So why should I fight him?
Yeah.
Then Khan saying, "Fight these guys, and then I'll fight you after." If he's gonna lose, you're not gonna fight him. So you saying he should fight these guys so he can lose means you're ducking.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a duck. It's a duck. I'm big on Khan, and this is how big on Khan. I still think if the fight happens, Khan wins. Yeah. Right now, I still think Khan wins. But that doesn't mean I don't think Khan's ducking Brook. Look, you've asked him to fight. You asked him to fight someone. He fought Porter. You asked him to get a world title. He got the world title. You asked him to be a draw. There's no way Kell's not a draw. Look, Kell is probably still the B-side in this slightly, but this together makes a huge fight. If Khan picked Rona, even his stablemate Berto, Thurman, I won't be saying anything. For Khan to pick Algeria and give me excuses to why Algeria is a bigger name than Brook, I'm not having it.
No way.
I'm not having it.
Let's be honest. Algeria, we all agreed, everyone in boxing agreed that Algeria's going to get slaughtered by Provodnikov.
Yeah.
He won the fight. Give him credit for that. Yes. And then he fought Pacquiao. Everyone said this is a silly fight. He's going to get slaughtered, and he did get slaughtered.
He got slaughtered. He got put down 6 times.
7 times.
Yes.
I lost count. Yeah. This is not good fair. Khan will get a stoppage in this fight.
Yeah.
The Pacquiao that fought Algeria is the nice Pacquiao, like I've mentioned previously.
Yeah.
It's not the mean Pacquiao, which hopefully we'll get on May the 2nd. But the point I'm making is, this is a silly fight. And now here's the joke about it. Here's the joke about it as well, which actually winds up even more, is that when is Khan fighting Nigeria?
June.
Okay, yeah. And what did Khan say? That I'm fighting, and it's not going to be for not going to be for Ramadan.
Yeah.
When is Kell Brook fighting?
May 30th.
And what is it on? Sky pay-per-view.
Yes.
So exactly, Khan could have fought Brook on Sky pay-per-view
easily
on the 30th.
Easily. Kell Brook, Frankie Gavin. That's got a lot of stick.
Has got
a lot of heat. I mean, and I understand it a bit. Look, I said after the what I said after the Rodsalka fight, Brook, this is it now. I want to see top 10 names all the way. It's an easy fight to make. Brook wasn't even supposed to be on his card, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
He wasn't supposed to be on his card. He wants to stay busy.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with a busy fight against Frankie Gavin. I said I tweeted, Timothy Bradley wanting to fight Frankie Gavin. Yeah. So if it's okay for Timothy Bradley, why can't it be okay for Kell Brook?
Agreed.
Why can't it be?
Okay.
Can it be?
Yes and no.
Alright, go on.
The reason why, we've said even a few weeks ago that Frankie Gavin's last performance was not the greatest performance.
last 3.
Yeah, we agree that something's missing in his overall element.
Yes.
But let's be fair to Frankie Gavin. He didn't want this fight because of the world title. He wanted this fight 2 years ago.
Yes.
He's been calling for this fight for a long time. He sees something in Kell Brook that he could dominate on.
Stars make fights.
Exactly. Also, look at this fight, yeah. Kell Brook is a boxer first.
Yeah.
But he's a boxer puncher, but he's more of a boxer first. Same with Frankie Gavin. Frankie Gavin sees this fight where this will bring the best out in him.
Yeah.
So maybe the fans don't like it as that's not the fight to sell, but from the fighter's perspective, there's beef behind closed doors. Yeah, they don't like each other personally, honestly, I'm trying to say. They both see something in each other's style, and it's been building for a long period of time.
I do think that we, in England particularly, look at names too much.
Yeah.
Like, I bet you any money if everyone said, okay, Kell Brook's going to fight Victor Ortiz.
Yeah.
Everyone go, oh yeah, it's a decent name.
That's a shit fight. Shit fight.
Frankie Evans ranked higher than Victor Ortiz in every sanctioning body. Do you know what I mean? So I think we shouldn't look too lowly on Frankie Gavin. He's lost to Leonard Bundu, who put a decent performance against Furman, and that's it.
Yeah. Another thing as well, what I'll say about this fight, as well, people saying this fight is not good. Sometimes you don't look at the fight, look at the card. It is a stacked card.
Ridiculously good
world title fights.
I'm sorry.
You can't have when you got a card like that, you can't have every fight to be a killer fight.
Yeah, no, it's a ridiculously good card. And look, Selby Gradovic's on the card. Kevin Mitchell Linares on the card. Scotty Cardo is taking on Craig Evans from the card. Anthony Joshua's on the card against Kevin Johnson. I'm sorry, you can't be greedy, guys. You can't be greedy. And it's a card with substance. We dissed the card in Liverpool with Bellew because everyone was fighting bums. You had names on it, but everyone's fighting. This card, I'm sorry, everyone's fighting someone with substance, and a lot of 50-50 fights on that card.
And you know, another thing as well, if you see the comments on the interview you done with Frankie, with Kell Brook, and Frankie Gavin, there is some ridiculous comments going out there, and I'm trying to say where people, as boxing fans, look at the fight as a boxing match. Don't look about your favourite fighter. Look at it objectively. It is not a bad fight.
And also, guys, why is there so much racism on our Amir Khan, Kell Brook videos? Look, one's Asian, one's black, whatever, or mixed race, whatever. Why does it have to be? Why does it always have to come down to racism? They're talking about when you landed in the planet, when you landed in the country. Let's leave it as fight fans.
Frampton, and Rigo.
We're going to argue in this video. I feel like
we're going to argue.
We're going to argue.
I tell you right now, Frampton's wrong.
Frampton's not wrong. No, not Frampton's team's wrong. Frampton wants this fight.
Frampton's team's wrong. For you to blanket turn down 1.5 million without negotiating and without sending back a counter offer, it's ego. That's all it comes down to, straight up ego. At the end of the day, you might be the legitimate champion, you might be the bigger draw, but someone's made you a fair, competitive offer. If you feel it's unfair, put your claim to say why it's unfair, or put a rebuttal to it. Don't just say no, it's a pay-per-view fight, you mean your promoter's gonna make more money and you make more money. Well then, put something on the table for yourself.
You know what I don't like, and I think everyone's got to learn this, know your worth and your value. In boxing nowadays, in today's boxing, me and Ryan follow every type of boxing. I'll probably say there's about maximum 15 fighters that get paid that kind of money upwards. 1.5 million is gigantic money,
especially in that weight class. In that weight class,
no one's getting paid that.
No one.
Rigo, Santa Cruz, Abner Mars, no one's getting paid that money.
Rigo said
he'll take the fight less money.
I'll come over here for less money. Give me $1.5 million.
Yeah,
which is about half.
One thing I will say though, that maybe Barry McGuigan's team don't like is the publicity about it. Sometimes these things have to be behind closed doors, and I don't know if it's a last ditch thing from Eddie Hearn to kind of put the public behind him and say, look guys, this is what I'm offering. I don't necessarily like that.
No, I agree with you.
I don't like that.
I've always said before, negotiation
should be behind closed doors.
And do it correctly.
Bob
Aaron does it a lot and I hate that shit.
Don't like it.
But also though, let's be fair, Eddie Hearn's been doing it a lot recently. He's done the same thing with Kell Brook and Amir Khan with national TV.
And maybe that's why people don't like it.
And people are and it's kind of say Eddie needs to calm that down a little bit, because again, it makes it seem like you're doing something but nothing's been arranged.
It's making you say like, Wembley's booked, you know where we are.
We've done all the side. That's a dictatorship.
That's not negotiation.
That's not negotiation.
And maybe that's what Barry McGuigan's doing. Barry McGuigan thinks, look, I'm an older man, I'm a big man. We don't do it. Don't do the waving checks in front of cameras. Don't like it.
No, I agree with that 100%.
By the way, Anthony Joshua's fighting on May 9th.
He's fighting on May 9th.
He's fighting on that, and this is kind of what I said in the interview to him as well.
That was funny though, because we were there at the presser and it was more May 30th, but he said to us, I said to him, they're gonna go Mayweather May 2nd. He said, I might be fighting May 9th. Yeah, now he's definitely fighting. 2 hours later, it's May 9th.
And like, he's got a fight on May 30th. I mean, Kevin Johnson's a serious dude. But 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, you fight Kevin Johnson.
I'll make a prediction right now that Kell
fights me.
No,
fights me, May 9th.
Anthony Joshua's fight goes 1 round. That's a prediction right now. I guarantee it'll be a 1-punch knockout. But the guy's fight is not going to be worth doo-doo.
So what does that mean then for putting him on a card just to say Anthony Joshua's in the building?
Yeah,
it's quite bad that.
Amir Joshua is in a unique situation where he's a people person, where people gravitate to him. When he walks around, when you're around him, everyone goes, hey, and he just jumps into him. That there, just to say they saw him, will be an event for people.
Yeah, but Birmingham people are going to be happy. Frankie Gavin's off the card, and Anthony Joshua's going to come for a 1-round blowout. Do you know what I mean? That's not.
No, but the Birmingham people will support.
I don't think that's a replacement.
We'll put Frankie for his world title shot.
I don't think it's a replacement. If I bought a ticket for Birmingham on May 9th, and Frankie Gavin's off the card, and you just put Anthony Joshua in, I'm supposed to be like, stop.
Rumours of Miguel Cotto versus Daniel Gill. I'm quite impressed with that. I never thought Cotto would fight a real middleweight.
You know, probably the best fight Cotto could get at 160. I didn't even think of Daniel Gill for some reason.
And it's a tricky fight.
Yeah, very tricky fight. But a winnable fight for both, you know. It sounds awful. I'm a Cotto fan. It's a winnable fight for both because Daniel Gill is the fucking energy bunny. Yeah. You wind him up, this guy will go for 12 rounds easy. It's a walk in the park for him. Yeah. And he's a good fighter.
He's a very good fighter. And he's underrated.
Yeah.
Unless you crack him with something like Kovalev did, you're not going to get rid of him.
Golovkin.
Golovkin did. You're not going to get him. You're not going to get him.
And I don't know if Cotto blesses that kind of power. Especially at that kind of weight. Not at 160.
Not at 160.
And he's one of the small middleweights as well, so it's a good decision.
Chavez and Arum settled. Apparently, Chavez had to pay Arum 7 figures to get out of the contract. So Chavez fighted with Ponfero's on, and Chavez could fight anyone he wants to after.
That is pocket money for Chavez. Chavez is probably winning here, Arum. There you go. I'm not joking. I think that's pocket money because he probably gets the same amount for his Farah fight.
Okay, this tells me again about Bob Arum, yeah, that Bob Arum is a crafty son of a gun. I tell you why, yeah. If Chavez was worth to him more than Chavez was worth much more than that. Yeah. He was just mind to say, guess what? I got something out of it. He just has to have a one-up on Chavez because Chavez is a pay-per-view star, as we know. Yeah. Chavez has got big fights coming up for him. Yeah. Why would not Arum want to be with it? Just say, look, your contract's over, but I could keep you in litigation for 18 months and kill your career.
Was it just one fight on the contract? That was it.
There was no fight on the contract. Arum wanted Chavez to sign an extension within the contract for the next fight. Okay. So I don't know why he paid it. It was just more of an ego payoff. Okay. It was an ego payoff. Alright. Smith vacates the British title. Good. You just don't open for Callum versus Rocky Fielding. Good.
I like that fight.
That's it, man.
I really like that fight. I remember we watched Callum Smith's last performance and was like, so. Yeah. And Rocky Fielding's almost been that guy that was calling out Paul Smith, but he's been injured a few times, and now he's going to fight the brother. Yeah. So it's going to sell so well in that Liverpool thing. I'm not joking. That's a very big Liverpool fight. Okay. The thing about this fight, though, as much as I think it's good, I don't think it's going to happen straight away. Because each time Rocky Fielding's on an interview, he says he wants to fight, but he doesn't sound very confident. He doesn't say, no, he's not confident. He's not selling the fight. He doesn't talk well, does he?
Yeah, he doesn't say like, yeah, I want it, let's do it, let's bring it on.
He's the most laid back human being, which isn't good for boxing when you're trying to self-promote. Say it's Callum Smith, they're both a bit laid back. I think Paul will irk this fight on more than anything.
Okay, but here's the thing about it though. Okay, let's be honest. As it stands right now, Paul Smith is the better fighter than Callum. But it's a more, right now. But it's a dangerous fight. It's more of a dangerous fight for Paul. Callum's gonna blow him out.
Yeah, it's weird. I agree with that actually. Callum will blow out Rocky Fielding. Yeah. But Paul could struggle with Rocky Fielding. It's a style sometimes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. Is Paul retired or just vacated?
Just vacated.
Okay, cool. I wonder what he's gonna do then. Probably got European.
Yeah. Possibly.
Rebrasse.
Also, when that same release came out, there was no bid for Devin versus Dillian White. No one bidded on it at all. Wow. So the first time so they can't get the British title. That's a huge seven for Dillian White. What tells me though is either he's not a draw, or someone's blackballing him.
Could be a bit of both. I think people do want to see a bit more of him. He's been fighting, I think, in Camden. Under I think Mickey Hylett shows or whatever. So and he's been blowing people out. He's been calling out Anthony Joshua. And you know, I'll be honest with you, it doesn't seem natural the way he's calling out Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
There's something unnatural about it. I know he had the amateur thing, but it doesn't seem like that's Dillian White for some weird reason.
I watched the interview at IFL a couple days ago, and he was saying, Dillian White was saying that as amateurs he was supporting Joshua because, you know, they're both up and coming and blah blah blah. Their first fight was rubbish. We were both kids. It had nothing in it. But then after Joshua won the Olympics, Joshua started saying things about him, started tweeting him. and started a little beef. When people mentioned to Joshua Dillian White's name, Joshua blocked them. And then he saw Joshua, and Kevin Joshua was there, and he said that he told Joshua to come outside and say it like men. And Joshua said no, whatever, blah blah blah. So the beef is now personal. It's not just from the fight. They've actually had a confrontation personally, face to face. That interview's on IFL TV. It's about 11 minutes long. Check it out.
Fucking watch. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it since we finish.
Yeah.
To be fair, I'm cool now. And Joshua's come outside. And Joshua's not gonna fight. And Joshua's a millionaire now. You're gonna have a little street fight. Come on, that's old school. I think obviously everyone will have a bit of element of jealousy towards Andy Joshua because of his rise and his stock right now. And I think everyone just needs to create their own path. Get there, and then it becomes a big fight. If I was Andy Joshua and Joshua, why would you even risk fighting Dillian White? Why would you risk it?
It's a big risk.
It's a big risk. Make your own path, Dylan, and I'm sure you'll get there because he's a bloody good fighter. And he's a monster.
They're
both beasts.
Both were big guys.
Have you seen the video? Everyone says I hanged with Andy Joshua. You've seen this thing. People, have you seen it? They say I hanged with Andy Joshua.
The minute you say this guy, Andy, I'm trying to say, he acts humble, this guy's got ego, and I'm trying to say, when you go gym with him, no, he's a beast, so he's a beast in the gym, I tell you that. He's an animal. He's an animal.
When you're ready, Andy, when you're ready.
Big news. Abril withdraws again.
Yes.
And is now stripped.
Has he been stripped though?
He's been stripped of the belt.
Why is he fighting for the
current interim champion has now been elevated to full champion.
And so Matthews is going to fight for the interim belt. And then why can't Matthews why can't Matthews wait a bit? He just wants to fight, I'm guessing.
But also they're saying now is that Abril, because he's sick, is now like a champion recess. So when he's ready, he can get a title shot straight away. Which means basically Matthews ain't going to get Abril, and I think that's actually a good thing now.
That Matthews don't get Abril?
Reason why Matthew was up for the fight, he was in the best shape of his life, he was building up to that moment, he got pulled back down. Then he started doing it again, he's got pulled back down. The motivation, the desire, that hunger, that burn weans after a time. You can't keep going to the mountaintop and get pulling down. I think his shot was there, and I think now, get another opponent.
That's a very good point you make, because you said, I mean, even walking to the ring for that fight, that date when he was supposed to fight, he said he looks in amazing shape. And how long can you stay at that amazing shape as a boxer? You can't. You just don't do it. Boxers peak for that one day, don't they? And then they come back down again.
This news I missed when I was on holiday, but Hubert Soon's on the same card, May 9th. That obviously was going to build to a rematch, summertime. Now with the whole Andy Lee stuff and the belt being kept, watch out for changes in that. Watch out for changes down the line on that.
I agree. They're on the same card. It's weird because I didn't go to the press, so I couldn't get time off work. But they were beefing again, going back and forth. And right now, Faint Roaring has to play this very well because these are the two diamonds he has that can sell fights and tickets and potentially pay-per-view eventually down the line. He's got to look at how he markets these two guys very well because his stable's not ridiculously full, but these are two of the marquee names along with Tyson Fury in that stable. So it's a case of managing these two very well because it's a great beef. It is George Groves to Kell 4 or 5 years ago. It's fantastic.
Right then. Two little bits quickly. Talking about Fury. Klitschko Fury's in talks already. It's the mandatory. They've got to negotiate within 30 days after the Jennings fight. So assuming Jennings, assuming Klitschko wins, we're looking at Klitschko Fury summer, September-ish.
Fantastic. One thing people can never talk about, Klitschko doesn't duck his mandatories, doesn't relinquish belts. He will fight Fury.
I tell you this right now.
He will fight Fury.
I'm a Klitschko fan, but I can't defend him no more, because you guys don't get it. When you come out of the division, when you're the champ for 10 plus years, when you fought every available contender out there, you can't criticize the guy. The same guys that give Mayweather credit and give Pacquiao credit and give all that guys credit, you have to give the same credit to Vladimir because he's done what they've done as well.
Wait, does anyone out there in the big bad world of boxing think Klitschko's ducking anyone?
I don't get it, seriously.
Do you guys think Klitschko's ducking Wilder or Fury?
Seriously.
No one thinks that, surely.
For a nice person, he's watching one of the most hated boxers in the UK and in America.
He's boring and he jabs and he holds.
And he don't fight no one, he's not that. If his shit, what's the rest of the contenders at? Last thing, I don't even see this yet. Maybe Pacquiao pay-per-view in America. How much is it?
All I've seen is that Montoya and Doghouse Boxing were going crazy with each other, like this is ridiculous, but they're not shocked.
It is ridiculous. The pay-per-view for Mayweather Pacquiao for everyone in the US is £89.95 standard. If you want HD, additional £10 or £15 depending on the supplier.
Go on.
So it's £100. $100.
What is it normally? 50?
It's normally about 50. The highest pay-per-view before that was Miguel Cotto, which was 65. So it's a 40% increase.
It's a lot. It's a lot. But that's still paying.
No, I tell you what, right now, yeah, I think they made a big mistake with that.
I do. You know what's going to happen?
Yeah.
You're going to have one person and 20 people in the house.
Exactly. What's going to happen is, yeah, the hardcore fans will buy it, but the general casuals, who they won't do it. Why would you pay £50, $100 for a fight?
Where you would have watched it by yourself in your house, you're just going to go to your local bar, local restaurant, and watch it there now for free.
I'll tell you about that in a second as well. If they'd done it at $50 or even lower at $39, they would have had more market share by getting more casuals in. Everyone that does a casual fan, watch at home with their family, would have bought it. At $100, they lost that complete market.
Yes, I agree. All right, next week fights.
Next week fights. Oh, that's a good one. Forgot about that. Oh yes, good week next week. From Farah versus Chavez next week. Looking forward to
good
that.
fight. I think that's going to be a great fight.
I think it's going to be a very good fight as well.
Farah will not back down, and Chavez, this is his weight.
Yeah, we got Wadnakov versus Lucas Matisse.
Anything can happen.
Yep. That same weekend as well, Terence Crawford versus Thomas Delhomme.
Yeah. 3 big fights, to be fair.
3 big fights.
Can't wait to see all of them. What's your favourite out of all those 3?
I don't know.
Matisse Provodnikov.
I don't know. I think all the fights had their own elements. Best fight of the night is mostly Matisse Provodnikov, but Chavez from Florida is going to be a barn burner as well. Yeah. And I'm very interested in Terence Crawford at 140.
Very, see what he does. Yeah, I want to see what he does. Well, I think 135 to 140 is an easy jump. Yeah. I generally believe it's an easier jump because I think these guys, it's the same fucking weight, but we'll see what he does. But
all 3 fights have good elements that give direction for the winners. Yeah,
Chavez goes to heavyweight. And the rest do what the rest do. Alright, there you go, guys. That's this week in boxing. See, Ryan's been away, so this is probably a catch up of sorts.
Yeah.
I'm away next week.
This week you got no.
I'm away. No, I'm away on the 18th.
Next Saturday?
Yes.
So you're gonna miss all the
I'm gonna miss all the fights. I'm in the air when the fights are on. But Ryan might try and get his own show in.
Yeah,
it's not easy. See, I didn't do it. There's no pressure, Ryan.
He's a chicken. Don't worry.
There you go. Look, he took the camera with him. What was I supposed to do? There you go, guys. Look, this week in boxing. So much going on. So much fights happening. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, tweet, Instagram. You know all the usuals. Thanks for watching. Cheers.